You know, sometimes in life you're working on whatever that is back there. Don't worry about it. And then you think to yourself, hey, but what if cherry boat? And I had a fun idea, and I'm finally inspired again. And I'm whoa. What are these? Oh. Oh my. Oh. This is a big move of a lot of hubris because I haven't actually oh boy, done a lot of this before. I haven't made a boat and I haven't uh honestly logged in a second. I've been trying to do Stardew content and that's been going slowly, and I've been trying to make the moss farm do a thing and that's been going badly. So I just decided to impulsively log on and do this. I think I'm just gonna grab materials and go for it. I've been playing so much Stardew lately that I really miss the sort button and the add to stack button. It's sorely missed. White, red, combine them to form blurple. The other thing I'm looking for here is cherry leaves, which apparently we don't have a lot of. Well, maybe I could make this into a time lapse, yeah? Now I went looking for a spot to build my boat, and I ended up finding this spot right here, and I marked it with the lily pad because that's where. Now I can build on it. The only problem, this is not a good angle. It's gonna be at an angle instead of like lining up with this axis or like that axis. So I think what I'm gonna do, brace yourself, is build on a 45. And like there's definitely worse angles I could be building at, but I'm given that I've never built a boat before, this one's a little daunting, not gonna lie. Sir, can I help you? Oh, gold. Thank you. I think I'm going to start off by going ahead and building a little platform from which I can, actually build the thing. And yeah, that'll sort of be my base out in the water. So I'm feeling very silly at the moment because I started winging this build. It's going so far. You can see it kind of right there. Overall, I'm not super on board with it. And largely that's because it's very busy looking and there's a lot of colors and there's a lot of blocks of colors. So I finally put together a, whatchamacallit, a gradient, a palette, one of those things, just now after putting down lots and lots and lots and lots of blocks. This is sort of the gradient that should be going on, and probably these are the colors that should be used. So literally pink terracotta, it doesn't fit in as nicely as I wanted it to, and I literally put it in the middle. So I'm thinking I might have to replace a lot of blocks. Hello, I'm back. It's been a minute. I burnt out, I guess? I don't really know. I just logged back on, and honestly, this looks kind of better than I remember it. Still a lot of work to do. I've basically managed to get the general shape. I also have like 5,000 layers to it, so here we see we have a top layer at the moment. Probably there'll be another layer up above, at least in this back area, if I go down here, meanwhile, hello, can I? If I go down here, meanwhile, we've got another area. This is where all my stuff is because this used to be the top. And then if you go down here, we have the original below decks. And that, my friends, is what I'm coming back to. So now I just simply have to pick up where I left off somehow. Alright, it's literally been a couple more weeks, and I just want to give you a really quick rundown on what's going on with this boat. If I back up to over here where I literally just started from, yeah. So the shape is coming along nicely. I'm not fully satisfied with the back of the boat, but honestly, might keep it just because there's going to be a lot more shape that gets added. I've floated through that gap apparently. Got an upper deck up here. We've got a little bit of an interior here. And yeah, right now I'm basically just dealing with a lot of doubt and just kind of struggling with my own, like, oh god, do I know how to build? But, you know, doing our best, building what we can. I think what I'm gonna get going on next is gonna be the start of the actual big thing in the middle, which is gonna be a big old tree. I actually brought a bunch of like dark purpley brown blocks with me, but I think I'm gonna fully ignore them and go get some dirt. Because the patented scar method is to build with dirt so that you're like not pressuring yourself to make it something good, because it's just something made of dirt. Who cares? I've used the method before on my quartz palace sort of situation, and it went really, really well. So let's go get some dirt in here. I'm quite happy with that. The method of putting dirt first and then just replacing all the blocks went well. I actually don't like the whatever color that is. I think it's magenta, terracotta. But it's fine. It'll be hidden in the trees. Otherwise, though, while the dirt method was good for the trunk, I do think I'm gonna go ahead and use. I'm just gonna like freehand the top. So here's a time lapse of me doing that while watching MCC. We interrupt this program to show you this, why I don't like what's happening back there. It just doesn't look right. That's the main bit of it. It looks dense, it looks, it's hugging the branches a little too much. The overall lean is what I want it to be, just sort of trailing off that way like there's wind, but, this took hours and I don't like it. So, what I went ahead and did is, I looked up a video by Gemini Tay about how to Minecraft trees, and I learned some things, and I'm gonna go fix it. I just wanted to let you know that this is a turning point in the progress of the tree, because I don't like what that looks like right now. It looks silly. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, wait. When did this happen? Hang on. This was not here yesterday. Oh my gosh. When did we get sniffers? Oh. Well, that's running. Is he supervising this? Oh, there he is. Hello, sir. Are you AFK? You almost definitely are. I'll move on then. Oh, bad. Oh. I'm so sorry, sir. Well, I guess there's sniffers here. Hello, guys. Lots of mud. Lots of... that needs to be picked up. How are y'all doing? Good to see you. So wait, where... how many... where? Over here? Ooh, there they are. Alright, well that's, I guess, the thing we have now. So I realized that I done goofed. Boats tend to go forward. They go that way. And you know how trees work? They tend to blow around with the wind. This is blowing the wrong direction. So I think what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna pretend this boat is just sitting here. Maybe we'll like put an anchor down or something. It'll be great. It'll be fine. Everything will be a-okay. I'm not worried at all. Otherwise though, the shape of it is looking a lot better than it had been, including from this angle. I rounded out this area a little bit just to give it more volume from these funky angles. It's still a little bit thin from the specifically this side. Yeah, it's a little bit of a thin tree, but it's still wider over here. And obviously on the other side as well, but it's looking better. So there's that. I also have added a bunch of planks to the top to sort of lighten the hue, get some gradienting in there. I definitely know what I'm talking about. That's a farm. So with that, I think we can call the tree more or less done. Namely the big tree. Are we done with the overall thing though? No, we are not. So, let's talk about what else there is to do. Down here on the deck, we've got to probably add a lot of A, furniture, and also B, I think I do want more trees. There's gonna be a root system, I believe, is the idea here. I am actually very happy with how the trunk turned out. But yeah, more roots, more of this giant tree sort of like taking over this boat. And here we go. It's been a minute or 5 or even 10, but I've gone ahead and sort of off camera because, you know, Minecraft update, I need to update my mods, but I've gone ahead and added a bunch of just plant to to the boat. We've got just a bunch of roots just sort of casually growing through the deck of the ship itself. We've got a lot of just cherry trees, just small ones. I also added a little bit of this. I learned that it's a thing from Pearlescent Moon. I think it adds a little cute little pop of color. Also, this is from Pearlescent Moon. You love to see it. Pickles. Also got some just random greens, such as these drip leaf, a little bit of moss underneath. Overall, yeah, just a bunch of greenery, sort of, I mean, pinkery, frankly. Just a whole bunch of plantage hanging out on the sides. So that's where I'm at right now. Again, this all happened off camera because I just simply have not updated. If we go in here, you can see that there's still hot nothing. And if we go down here, still nothing. But if we go down here, yeah. So I still have to do some interior work, but maybe I'll do a scar thing. Hang on. So like, you know, it's like it needs some interior work done. But if I do this, and whoosh. So this is the under part of the ship. It's just sort of a storage space. It's very cluttered. I started off by putting just a bunch of like brown box type stuff. We got chiseled bookshelves. We got there's beehives. There they are. Truly, the goal was just to make it seem as storageful and chaotic as possible. Which is where the fences come in, because at some point I just turned to impressionism, so I just kind of added these like little dangly like ropes and stuff just to add to like the chaos and the hard to walk throughness of it. And there's a little bit of lore here. If you look over here in the place that's kind of hard to get to, intentionally question mark, there's just hella books, and back here there's a bunch of particularly out of the way storage that I haven't put anything in yet, but I'm toying with the idea of putting TNT in there, which makes me fear, but if it's in a chest, it's fine. I think the idea is that this was a ship dedicated to a rebellion of some kind, and when they went down, the ship was just kind of left here to rot, and that's why everything has gone to the cherries. Let me through. Let me through! Let me out. But yeah, otherwise it's intentionally hard to walk through, although this area is much more chill, and I feel like I need to fix that. But yeah, that's this part of the ship. Are y'all seeing? There's so many llamas just with no guy. Where's your guy? A lot has changed around here. I mean, aside from these guys just being out and about. Hello. We also apparently have bee farm, which exists now. Probably even bigger of a thing is this. Apparently, I think what happened was my dad saw Tango's factory and was like, what if I made one, but indoors? You know, actually gave it an outside. So that's what this is. It's incomplete. But, you know, he's auto-crafting, not those apparently. He's apparently just auto-crafting droppers for days and hoppers for days and whoppers for days and boppers for days. Over on this side, you can see all the stuff he's doing. Whoa! I am standing in the binary encoding. Oh my. Yeah, so that's what this looks like. How do I get out of here? Yeah, so that's happening, and apparently there's still some stuff underneath. But look what he's... look over here. He's gone out of his way to make sure this one actually goes down to the ground. Anyway, so there's this entire gigantic extension of this building, which at this point it's the majority of the building, so it's a strong word to call it an extension. Out over here, I remember seeing, yeah, okay, so in the bee house, the bees, you know, we had just these three, but I guess my dad decided that wasn't enough, and then forgot that bees will attack you if you go after, non-smoky honey. So yeah, I've not been harvesting these, apart from the one time I did. I feel like there's surely more new things. Oh, the grass. The grass is everywhere. A theoretical sea turtle habitat, because he was trying to get... Oh, yeah, no. There's turtles out here. He was trying to get my other sister to play. She doesn't play that much, which is actually why we're on a mushroom farm in the first... Have I explained this? The reason we're on a mushroom island is because my dad was trying to attract my youngest sister to come and actually play, because she is fear. Of all the mobs, the many, many things in Minecraft that can kill you. And so we are on Mushroom Island, where no bad guys spawn. Anyways, this turtle sanctuary is ideally for her. I think I've decided I don't really like these, so I'm just gonna boop. Oh, no. You know, sometimes you try a little thing that you learn from Berlesson to Moon, and then you don't necessarily like it, but that's okay. You tried a thing. As I'm working on this middle floor, I just want to welcome you to an episode of Redstone with Astre. In this episode, we're going to take our own spin on Mumbo Jumbo's... what is it called? It's... I don't know, you like hide your redstone bench you can hide. Did I say redstone bench? I meant crafting table. Step 1 for crafting table you can hide. Put. Step 2. Trapdoor. Thank you so much for tuning in to Redstone with Astra! Anyways, I'm continuing the theme of having these pearlescent frog lights behind trapdoors because I do like the aesthetic of it. I'm putting a lot of them because ultimately this is sort of like the... residential is a strong word. People sleep here. That's the word. The word is people sleep here. So I'm making it a little cozy and stuff.
Oh, I know what this places. Whee! Oh my good, wow. Okay, well, that shoots you really high in the air. I didn't realize how high it would shoot me. I did want to check out what was going on over here, because last I saw something weird was going on here at my old mangrove farm. So it's supposed to grow out front, yeah? But this bad boy is, it's growing a lot of ways, and I do not know why it's doing this. Anywho, I've managed to go ahead and finish down here. You can see we've got a bunch of roots growing through the middle, just sort of making it really hard to navigate, which is the ideal. These rooms are a little bit swankier than you would expect of just sort of like a crew kind of ship. But hey, these guys are the Resistance, so they gotta have standards. Here we have the captain's quarters. Barely swankier necessarily, just has a sort of desk and blank space, and also a bunch of bookshelves. Yippee. I really like this painting. Not sure what it is. It's pretty though. And then we have the inn here. This is sort of a coat rack. Yeah. But yeah, overall that's this there, the ship done. Over around here I went ahead and put some hanging lights. And also just a bunch of like, I don't know, it feels very tea parlor. I really wanted to have like a captain's wheel right around here, but I haven't figured out how to make the armor stand mod work, so we'll save that for another day. Otherwise though, ow. Otherwise though, I think we're almost done with this ship. The last thing to really finish up with it is gonna be, okay, I'm distracted. What? Oh, it's got a roof. Okay. Hang on. This could be fun. But that's a later thing. I think the last thing that's really needed here is that anchor that I promised. Likely it's going to be out of some of the Starker stuff, so I'm gonna go gather stuff for the anchor and then we'll get to it. Alright, that is one of the anchors of all time, but I'll take it. Also unrelated, there is a geode right there. With that though, I think I've done it. I think I've accomplished everything I wanted to. I will come back to that when I have armor stand abilities. But otherwise, the tree's been done. All the little trees up top, the little ones especially. The root systems, particularly happy with that. A lot of the interior is just kind of whatever, but I think it's a good whatever. Like, it gives the impression of something specific. This is giving the impression of sort of a grown through decay kind of situation. Let me just fix that. The area down here is giving cluttered storage space kind of situation. And overall, it's certainly a boat of all time. It's one of the boats of all time. And given that I started this whole project on just sort of a whim back in like, what was it, like March, April? I don't even know at this point. It's December. It is December, my dudes. Let me look at you through my pants. It's December. I think I'm by and large pretty happy with it. There's a lot of things that I think I just need to like, I don't know. I feel like I really committed myself to like with this building, this went great and I just kind of mostly just wung it. But even then, I guess I like did heavily use like Good Times with Scars strategy of like dirt structures to sort of outline your build, and that particularly made it go better. Versus this, I just sort of freehanded, and I don't think it's, I guess the impressions are the way to describe it. Like, it gives the impression of a boat. It's one of those situations where it's like you build a thing, you grow in the process, you aren't fully satisfied with it, you think it could do better, but I guess that's to come. I think if I wanted to improve more, I don't know, I'm used to depending on myself for my own artistic flair. Maybe I do need to actually have references. But, you know, could be good. But with that, I think this build that started out on a whim has finally come to a close almost a year later. Thank you so much for following me in this journey. I'm hoping content will resume more in-depth in the new year. There is a lot of farms I can still beautify. There's a lot of things to expand. This took particularly long because I ended up going back to work for a lot of the year. But in the coming year will be sort of the off season for my work, so I should have more time to be working on creative stuff like this. Again, we'll figure it out. But with that, this is Astre. Like and subscribe, share or whatever, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Good luck.